Well, this next story originated out of a garage in Cass County, where one man's woodworking hobby has turned into a big hit in the baseball business. Around Indiana reporter Mary Rachel Redmond has more from Logansport.
It all started on his grandfather's 1928 Sears and Roebuck wood lathe.
Sitting on his workbench covered in sawdust and it had some boxes on top of it, and I didn't even know what it was. And I asked him one day if we could just get it out and play with it.
And that he did. Young decided to make a miniature bat for his son Bailey.
I took the tools and he gave me a 5-minute crash course on how to hand carve. Still didn't know what I was doing. I made a makeshift bat. It looked more like a billy club. I didn't like it, so I took it out of the lathe and I threw it in the scrap pile.
But Grandpa was none too happy. He demanded Young take it out of the scrap pile and finish what he started.
Yes, sir, I'll get it done.
And that just may be the best advice Trampus Young has ever taken.
I gave it to my son. He thought it was the coolest thing ever. And I just thought, man, if maybe I can make my son a bat he could actually use in a game.
So the Logansport native, who by day works at the Indiana Department of Corrections, was gifted a larger woodworking machine, and he began making full-size bats by hand in his garage by night.
Like the next thing I knew, I'm out there just making baseball bat after baseball bat, trying to figure out how to make it work.
And that hard work paid off. In 2013, a local newspaper article featuring Young making bats out of his garage caught the attention of an old friend. Todd Stevens, who formerly played baseball at Indiana State University in the late 90s, now works as a medical device salesman in Carmel. He decided to reach out to Trampus and invest in his bats.
Todd came to me one day and said, man, maybe we should just try to work together on this and make it a business.
So Young and Stevens officially formed the Titan Bat Company in 2014.
It's just been blowing up ever since.
Young tells me he's produced and sold about 3,000 bats in 2019 and expects to double that number in 2020, especially now that he's moved out of his garage and into this 5,000 square foot facility to help with increased demand.
The demand is there. These bats that we make are I say they're the best bats in the country. When people start swinging these at the pro level, I just know it's going to explode.
And speaking of the pros,
we've got several guys that are minor leaguers or AAA guys that use our bats, but we have to be certified to be able to use our bats in the minor leagues, single A, double A, AAA, as well as the big leagues, so they can practice with them and use them. We've tested them against Louisville Slugger and everything else. But once we're certified, then they can use them in an actual game.
Something that could potentially happen as soon as next year.
It's about a $30,000 fee to the major leagues. They come in and inspect your shop, they check the wood quality, and then you're in.
We're just going to persevere and keep growing. This is just the beginning.
In Logansport, Mary Rachel Redmond, Inside Indiana Business.